is going on? What's good? It's your host, Mary Mel, and we're back with another episode of Fast Fashion, the podcast experience from What Are You Wearing? Today, we're here in the studio with stylist Sal E.
Yeah, that's right.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's right.
Right, that's right. Sal is a digital and visual artist as well as a web designer that's moved by color, shape, texture, empty space, and Beyonce videos.
Yeah.
Sal has joined us today to tell us where she gets her project inspirations from, what makes her style unique, and all about her amazing clients. So Sal, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
So
This is your first time in the studio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you like it so far?
It's pretty
I
cool. I like that I can hear myself.
It's crisp. We love that word because
Yeah.
it sounds good on the mic.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell us where you're from and where did you go to school, all of that good stuff.
So I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I
Shouts
brag
out.
about that all the time. A proud Southerner. I came up here when I was 18, so it was like 4 years ago. And I went to Columbia, which I just graduated from.
Woo!
Yeah. So,
Shouts out.
Yeah, that's my schooling and stuff. Yeah. But
That's
Chicago's cool. It's like a second home now. kind of.
Absolutely. And you've been here for 4 years, so that's actually a while. Even to be in Chicago, I'm sure you're pretty used to things right now and where they are.
Yeah.
Navy Pier.
And
where
not so
it is.
much.
Not so much, right. Inside joke, guys. So when did you originally have an eye for styling?
I think I've always liked to dress and I've always liked fashion,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't really know that styling was a career. Like, I didn't know until I moved up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a class at Columbia, actually, with Brandon Frine. She's one half of the Kit This collection. She's really awesome.
Uh-huh.
And she was my teacher, and then that just got me into styling. I was like, this is cool. Like, I can dress up other people. Like,
Right, besides myself.
I can share these outfits with others. Like,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And Columbia is really good for any creatives right now. There's a lot of people from the come up from Columbia, and they're making it out here. It's absolutely insane. There's like a whole circle of creatives from that school. So it's
Yeah,
absolutely
definitely.
amazing.
Yeah.
So how did you get into web design necessarily?
From school too. So all my stuff I got from school. I took this one class with this really cool professor named Nicolas. He's French. It's okay.
Got it.
But
Got
yeah, he was my web design teacher. And of course, I've dabbled, in MySpace.
Right,
A little
right.
bit, a little blingy.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So once I took that in class, I just really liked it. And it was really tedious.
Absolutely.
And like hard work, and it was something I could just zone out and do for hours, and I'll forget that I'm doing it, and I'll wake up like a zombie, like
Staring at your computer for 20
Yeah.
hours. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Yeah.
I forgot to blink and stuff. So
Absolutely. I feel the same way. When we were doing our website at first, I had the job of doing the website, and we did it through Squarespace. Sponsor us, please. But that's an amazing, I know it's not like coding that much, but I did take an HTML class at DePaul. It's my last year there, and thank God. Yeah. It's a good school, and they offer a lot of programs. So, again, if anyone's interested that is listening, DePaul's a great school as well as Columbia. But I've seen many of your projects, and they do have like a vibrant theme to them, with a lot of different colors. And I just wanted to get your insight of what your aesthetic would be for your styling.
I think my aesthetic changes all the time. I give myself little tasks and stuff, like little challenges when I style. Like, I won't use this, or I'll only go here.
Like black? Like you won't use the color black in some things?
Yeah, like I won't use pink or something like that. So that kind of guides my styling. And I just really love color. Like, one of my favorite stylists is Shirley Carrata, and she said that styling is the most important tool, like, that a stylist can have, because it really changes the mood. And as a film lover, like, color is like the most important tool, like, in telling a story.
Right.
So I think that's why I pay a lot of attention to color. So I think like my style is kind of like vintage, edgy, funky.
Oh my God,
If you
cute.
can put that, if that's a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I've been trying to get away from the color black just because it just makes you look good. It fulfills some areas of your body where you're like, I don't look good today. I'm just gonna throw on something like black to make it mesh together, but that's absolutely amazing. You were recently part of a style gang for the LSD video, right? For Jamila Woods. Yeah, I creeped. I saw that, and we're such big fans of, so we've had Whitney Middleton on here, we've had Sheila Rashid on here, we haven't had Chance on here yet. We've had everyone part of his entire styling crew except him, but can you tell us how that was and how you got to be a part of that?
So it's really cool. So Whitney Middleton, she often reaches out to like have me help with Jamila, who is another artist that she styles.
Right.
So I had the pleasure and the honor of helping style for the Holy video.
Right.
So they just asked me to come back for the LSD video, and it just worked out well. And working with Whitney is always so much fun. And we had another stylist, Tiger Lily, who also helped out. So it was just a really fun time, especially having the kids on set. Well, they're not kids, like the young, like the young adults,
right.
the young creators on set, like getting their energy. You know, the fact that this one girl, I believe her name was Ashley, like she came up with the whole treatment for the video.
Cool.
And it was just amazing to be able to like help someone achieve their vision.
Absolutely. You know? Oh my God, that's like a quote right there. That's awesome. That like gave me goosebumps. But not only do you style amazing artists and creatives in Chicago, but you help style for, I saw, Nike, right? So you helped the lovely woman of the Air Society, which is, oh my God, love Nike. Like I'm like a huge Nike enthusiast. Everyone knows that about me. But how did you get that opportunity?
So I am a firm believer in just like speaking what you want and what you want to do into the world, into the universe. I used to always say I wanted to do things for Adidas, but then it just turns out to be Nike. And I actually love Nike. I wear them all the time.
Right.
And how did it happen? I actually, I kind of just reached out and it just worked out. So it was pretty cool.
That's so organic and just
it just
like,
kind of
who
just
cares?
happened.
Right, exactly. That's like the best way that anything could turn out.
And it's really cool because I'm kind of close with some of the people who are in Air Society, and we're like friends, and we see each other out, and we see each other in parties. So it was really fun because every time a new person who was going to be in the shoot will walk in, everyone was like, "Oh hey!"
Oh my God, everyone knows
hey,
each other.
like,
Everyone.
Hey. So it's always cool to like work with your friends and work with people who you like. So that's
Absolutely.
fun.
That's really, really cool. What are your thoughts overall on Chicago and the Chicago style, excuse me?
I think Chicago style is really cool. I definitely learned how to be cozy and fashionable here, definitely, because we're cold about 3/4 of the year. So, you know, who's about to... I had to up my game on my coats. Like, Chicagoans have great coats. Do you see this coat? The coat game is crazy. Right. The boot game has to be on point, you know, because it has to get through the terrain of the snow. And, you know, you have to look good. You can't be out here with no dusty boats. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, you can't be out here dusty. You know what I mean? So.
Absolutely. What would you say that your signature look would be?
So I always have on huge earrings. I love huge earrings.
I've noticed. Yeah.
I just love earrings. I think they're beautiful, and they just make anyone look cute. I always mostly have on gold, but if I don't have on gold, I probably have on 3 to 6 rings, and I always have on 2 sets of bracelets.
Right.
So that's what my outfit will always consist of, like
jewelry,
big hoops and jewelry.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that, would you say you incorporate that in a lot of your shoots?
I think I definitely incorporate earrings. That's definitely something, because I think earrings just represent they're just like glamorous, and I like for most of my shoots to really have this glam feel and this really like high, like I like the girls I dress to just feel like awesome and amazing, just like a badass woman, you know what I mean? And I just think earrings are so beautiful. And you can just make them look so different, and you can use different materials and everything. So.
Absolutely. That's awesome. So what do you think sets you apart from other stylists in Chicago?
I think I'm just me, and I think other stylists are them. And no matter how hard I'll try to emulate anyone, or if anyone ever thinks to emulate me, which I doubt, you know, we can't, because we all are individual. And I just think that's one thing about me. I'm an individual. I'm I'm just an individual.
Right.
So what comes from me is just individuality.
Absolutely. And your vibrant colors.
Yeah,
and schemes.
and
I love
vibrant
them.
colors.
Absolutely love them. What's one piece of advice that you can give young women, I cannot talk today, women that aspire to be in the fashion industry or styling or designing, any of that?
I just think always be true to like you and what you naturally do. I think as an artist and as artists, we've always had what makes us us in us and what makes us our signature, if that makes sense. So
Right.
like I've always been attracted to color and things like that.
Absolutely.
So that's something that I'm always going to use. So kind of trust your artistic gut and always
really
go
awesome,
with it.
yeah.
And, never really doubt yourself because our intuition is here for a reason.
Of course.
So definitely like follow your heart and follow your passion, and your body knows what it wants to create. So let
Right.
it do that.
That's awesome. We always talk about that here. See, as cheesy as we always make it sound, it's like exactly what you said. Follow your heart, and the rest will come in itself.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you could collaborate with any person, any designer, anyone, who would it be?
Does it have to just be one?
No, actually, no, it doesn't.
Okay, I'm going to give you 3.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yes.
So everyone knows I love Solange because she's amazing.
That would be so good.
That would be really good.
Yes, if you are happening to be listening to this, Solange, one day as you're
Call all 3 of
scrolling,
us.
Oh my God, seriously.
come on the show.
Wasn't she doing something in
she's
Chicago recently?
Yeah, she actually just spoke at the MCA.
That's what it was. One of our coworkers wanted to go get a ticket for it, and then she said that it was.
Did you get to go?
I didn't. I was on set last night, so I did not.
right?
Yeah, I was working on set. But
You
definitely
just missed her.
Yeah, but definitely Solange. And I really, I love this artist. Her name is Bally. She's from Atlanta. I really love her style. It's really, really cool. So I would love to style her one day. And then who? I had it on the tip of my tongue. I really like Helmut Lang. I like what their show was from Fashion Week this week.
Fashion Week?
Yeah, so I love to do something with Helmut Lang.
Absolutely. Well, that's awesome. And one last question. What do you inspire to do with your styling abilities?
So I'm super into like commercial work and kind of like TV and film. That's where my heart goes. I like editorial things, but I just think the world can really be changed through television and movies. So I love to help dress that change and things like that.
I was going to ask you about your creative directing skills because you kind of, you were initially a stylist, but now you call yourself a creative director. So it's like, what does that mean to you?
So for me, I think it's actually coming up with the concepts, actually hiring the right person to help execute the concepts, like the whole team. So kind of being a producer in a way, if they're a set design, figuring out the set, figuring out the props. So basically just producing like what a producer is to a film you're doing, to a photo shoot. So that's my take of a my take of a creative director, and I think that's my role. I'll come up with the concept. I'll try to make a mood board for it. If I'm being really specific that day, I'll come up with shots and things like that to just make sure the story is told correctly.
Right. And being a stylist, in my mind, I think that one of the most important parts to execute a project would be hiring the right photographer, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like anyone's, you're scouting just like a bullshit photographer. You're like, okay, can you take pictures? All right. So what do you kind of look for in a photographer?
It definitely depends on the story that's being told because people like have their own styles. But
Right.
I always look for someone who can just take a good photo. Like I always make sure like hands aren't cut off. And little things like that,
Right.
just make sure they can take a good photo, and not only take a good photo, make sure they can like how they color it and how they edit it matches the mood.
Absolutely.
It's all cohesive.
Absolutely. Besides styling, what would you say that you love to do? Like, what do you do in your free time besides making people look dope as fuck?
What I do in my free time, I love to dance. People who know me, like if they see me at a party and they know the song, they already know, oh, get out the way. So I was about to dance,
Move the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, I am the dancer at the party. I love to dance. And really styling is like all I do. It's interesting. Like even if I'm like styling my friend, for her to go down the street or do whatever.
You're just always
Always
working
doing
on
that.
your craft.
Yeah.
Always.
Or that or dancing.
Or dancing.
Or eating, probably.
Girl, I need to go out dancing with you.
Yeah, let's go dancing.
Because I dance all the time, but absolutely. Thank you so much for even coming in and sharing your story with our audience. It was great talking to you, and you're absolutely incredible. Guys, thank you so much for listening to our episode of Fast Fashion. And just a reminder that Fast Fashion has expanded onto Insta and Facebook, as well as our very own website. Make sure to follow the socials and check out the website for our upcoming episodes. And for more information on Sal and how to collaborate with her, make sure to visit our site at fastfashionpodcast.com. Thank you for listening, and as always, stay chill out there, guys.